Hello and welcome. My name is Michelle. I am your emotional resilience coach, and it is fantastic to have you join me here today. I am also a recovering codependent slash fawn. This is my niche. This is what I love to do. I love to teach people and help people ways and tools and means and different perspectives to break out of those patterns of dysfunction that we learned so that we could survive. And unfortunately, we don't want to just do that in life. We don't want to stay in that state of just survival. It was a good place while it lasted, and it served us in many instances and many times. But to really just enjoy life, we want to thrive. And so we need to learn new ways of being, better ways of being that serve us more. So today I want to chat to you about emotions. And I know that it can be incredibly difficult for us to feel our emotions, especially when we are used to suppressing them, hiding them, ignoring them. We're not used to being with our emotions. In fact, it can feel so incredibly overwhelming sometimes, just the simplest of emotions that come bubbling up, that we want to run and hide from them. We want to distract, or we want to go and eat a piece of chocolate cake, or whatever. We want to do something so that we don't have to feel these things. So my suggestion is to begin with to just take note of the sensations. Just note what the sensations are without labeling them. Just notice when it feels hot or cold, when your chest tightens or when you feel open. Notice things like butterflies in your stomach compared to when you have a knot in your stomach. When do you have headaches and tension in your shoulders to when you're feeling more open and able to breathe? What is it that you do? Do a check-in with yourself and look at the sensations. Check in through the day. What is it that you are habitually used to doing? Are you habitually tightening up and being cold and distant? Are you so focused on other people and sorting their lives out and doing things for them and saying yes to everybody else? Are you ignoring yourself? Are you ignoring your needs? Take note of how often you actually do that. And then take note compared to how often you feel relaxed and open and free. We don't want to name these emotions yet. We just want to look at the sensations very simplistically. Am I tight and closed, or am I open and free? Sometimes when we start labeling the emotions too soon in our journey, it can make us feel a little bit overwhelmed and make us want to run. So we don't want to do that. Look at your sensations, feel the sensations, take note of the sensations, get used to just the sensations in your body so that you can take note of where they are and what they're doing and how they feel in your body. It's going to feel a little bit alien at first. It's going to feel a little bit uncomfortable, and you're going to want to run away from them, and you're going to want to do other things. And just take a couple of minutes a day to just sit quietly with yourself. And I know that's going to sound to you like, oh my gosh, that sounds like I am just, really indulging myself here. But start slowly if it's uncomfortable. Start with 4-5 minutes of just sitting quietly. You don't have to look at it as meditation if you don't want to, because the problem is again, ruminating happens, our brains start running with all sorts of thoughts and ideas, and that can overwhelm us. Just look at it really as a check-in with yourself and take note somewhere what it is that you are feeling. What are the sensations in your body? Where are you feeling it? Is it in your chest? Do you feel them in your stomach? What do they feel like? And just start being aware of what they feel like. And I think for me, the great thing is to be aware that they're there and that they're not actually hurting us. They're not harming us. They're not going to kill us. They're just there to let us know. I think so often what happens is that the heavy emotions, the strong emotions that come, sometimes feel so empowering. And what we want to do is we want to resist them automatically. We have this knee-jerk reaction where we want to push against it and say, no, I don't want to feel this. And so often our anger comes from a place of the hurt, the pain that bubbles up from inside of us. And what we want to do is we want to fight and rail against the world. And the reason being is because of the discomfort of the emotion, because it feels so sore. But if we just get used to the sensations, if we're just curious about it and just watch it and observe and kind of look at yourself as something that's interesting is going on here. What are these sensations? What am I feeling? Why am I feeling that? What is going on with me? When it becomes intense, when it becomes deeply uncomfortable and deeply sore and you want to distract yourself, just see if you can just sit with it for a couple of seconds and really kind of zone into your body and figure out where is it. And then what I do is I'll put my hand on that area. So if it's in your chest, put your hand on the chest and breathe and just send love to it and just gentleness, kindness, compassion. Maybe love feels a bit too strong for you right now, but just be like, okay, all right, we can soften this, we can make this gentler, and just hold it and breathe into it and be gentle with it. Don't analyze it, don't fight with yourself, don't tell yourself it's what you should feel, shouldn't feel. Don't take any notice of that. Just get used to the sensation. I've been doing this for a couple of years now, so I am at the point where I'm able to label my sensations and I know and recognize the emotions that are coming on. And even still today, they sometimes can be overpowering, and I will sometimes resist what it is that I'm feeling when it is negative. So recently I had a night of nightmares. I haven't had nightmares in quite a while. I think this is maybe the third time this year for me, which was a lot better than the year before, which was regular and the year before. And so what I did is when I had this night of nightmares, I woke up and I was frustrated and I was like, you know what, I'm so cross I have these nightmares and I don't want to have these nightmares and I do all this work not to have these nightmares. And so I had a lot of resistance, all right? I was tired, my guard was down, I was fighting with myself, I was fighting with God, I was fighting with the universe, I was fighting with everything. And I remembered while in it to drop the resistance, to just stop fighting with myself and to lean into it. And I had recognized that this was pain, this was a broken heart. And I lay on my bed and I took a deep breath. All right, you can do this with a sensation, but I was able to label it and say, all right, this is what this is. And I said, all right, this is pain. This is heartbreak. I'm familiar with this. Come on, let's do it. Come in waves. I know the sensations. I know what to expect now. I know what to feel. I know the tightening in my chest. I know it feels like I'm being stabbed in my chest. My stomach gets nauseous and it churns a bit. And let's do this. Come, bring it on. Bring it on in all your severity. We're gonna do this now because I was tired and I was like, I am done with this. All right, let's do it. And I leaned into it and I relaxed and I closed my eyes and I thought, all right, pain, do it, come. And the most interesting thing happened. There was nothing there. And the reason why there was nothing there is because what causes the suffering is the resistance to it, is the fight that we have with ourselves. It's the fight that we have with God. It's the fight that we have with the universe. Whatever you feel you're fighting with, that is what causes so much pain. When we relax into it and say, all right, let's do this, the sting, the severity, the harshness of it just doesn't seem to be quite as severe or intense. And it turns out that it was actually very, very manageable. I was able to breathe into it, accept it for what it is, and eventually I fell asleep and had no more bad dreams. So I know that for codependents, feeling our emotions seems very overwhelming. You want to start really, really slowly. Let me know in the comments and come on over to Instagram and tell me there what you think and what you feel when it comes to finally sitting with our emotions. Does it scare you? Or is it something you're getting used to? Do you feel blocked? Do you feel like you're not sure what the next right thing to do is or how to do or what's going to happen? And I was there. Take it slowly, take it easily, and just ease yourself into it. It is a journey, not a marathon. If this resonates with you, please do hit like, subscribe, the notifications button, and come on over to say hello to me and share with anyone you feel this could help too. Have an incredible day. Be gentle with yourself. Go easy on yourself. And know that of all the things you can do, compassion and kindness for you is the best place to start.